Hi everyone, welcome to Chalchitra Talks. I hope we are live. We should be live. Okay, I'm just waiting for the video to start. I'm not sure. Just let me know if we are live yet, and if you guys can hear me and if you guys can see me. And अगर बहुत सारा yellow है screen पे वो भी बता दीजिए. Will reduce the temperature and everything. But I hope all of you can hear me well, and there's no lag in the video. Okay. I'll just. Hi everyone. Yeah. Okay, I'm just setting a few things on the back end. I'm really sorry about the trouble. And how is everyone doing? Yeah, so I thought like Sunday stream ke baad, I think this is the first time I'm coming online, but I thought we could do a regular Q&A session and maybe we can do a chit chat session in all these times. So, hi DA, I'm not wearing my glasses right now. I'm really sorry, I need to find them. But hey, thank you so much for confirming, everyone. Ramanathan is saying, thank you for the shoe dog recommendation a few weeks back. Great read. It wasn't a it was a recommendation, but it was also like, if you're not part of Chalchitra Book Club yet, do join it because we've been reading quite some beautiful reads. And the book for the month of June is Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I always find weird things to use as bookmarks. And like right now, it's a paper binder because that was the only thing I could get my hands on. But we are reading Before the Coffee Gets Cold, and I'm on the first story right now, and it's very interesting. But I hope all of you are doing fine. मेरा नाम वाणी है, and this is a Thursday stream. In case you forgot, it's Thursday today. But in any case, I thought it could be a nice time to chat, catch up on a lot of things. Let me know how you guys are and कहाँ से join कर रहे हैं आप लोगों. Vaibhav is also here. Let me know like where are you guys joining us from. I haven't done this in a long while. But hi UJ, yes, I am doing well. And yes, my loved ones are also very safe. I hope safe. I hope the same is with you as well. Hey Nikshit, he's asking Ramanathan if he liked Shoe Dog. Oh, all of us read it collectively on Chalchitra Talks, Nikshit, and let me tell you, everyone just loved it. So, well, I am really liking how a lot of people, how a lot of friends, and Chalchitra Talks ki काफी सारी like a lot of people from the team as well have been texting me how they're reading the books that we are picking up for Chalchitra Book Club, and it is so nice, and it's such a good feeling because all of a sudden all of us are reading so many books together. I can't believe Before the Coffee Gets Cold will be our 6th read together. Like, so we were supposed to read 12 books together, a book a month, but like we're already on our 6th read, and it's such a nice feeling. Like, so many of us, I think 900 people are a part of that mailing list, and I am assuming at least 50% of them read along. So even if it's not 50, at least 100 people are reading a book together every month. So that's really nice. Hey, William Jeet that's a very interesting. Oh God, William Jeet is joining us from Canada, and hey Pratik, I hope you are enjoying reading. Let us know what you're reading right now. Samir is from Goa. Hey, that's a nice place to be in. DA is from Bangalore. Ajay Singh is here. How are you, Ajay? I hope everything's fine. Vikas is joining us from Hyderabad. There's Amlan, and that's so interesting. Kush is also here. Mr. Pig is here. That's really nice. So I thought it could be a quick. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just changing alphabets. But yeah, let me know. I thought it could be a quick Q&A session, and we could I could tell you what I am reading and my future plans for the videos that I'm trying or planning to make. And if you have any recommendations, if you have any feedback, let me know. because I would love nothing more but to hear those from you. Love the efforts of the entire CCT team. Lots of love and support. Do you guys call us CT or CCT, like Chalchitra Talks, or like CCT or CT? Because a lot of people say CCT and some CCT, although like, we shouldn't think a lot about this, but sometimes it's just confusing. Um, Hi, Santosh is joining us from Odisha. Aman is from Pune. And like, hey, Jatin is from Palampur, Himachal. That's really nice. Ahmedabad commenter. I am fine, but I'm still not. I'm not eating bread with Bonvita. Sad days. Will you do another letter writing course? Um, I would love to do the letter writing course. Um, but let us know even if there are like I don't know. I don't know how many people are actually interested in joining that course. It was really nice when we did it the first time, and I learned a lot of things. I'm pretty certain if I were, I'll just go a little slow. I'm pretty certain if I were to do it again, it would be very interesting. Um, and because I learned a lot from the things we did in the first course as well, it'll be an add-on in ways. But let me know if you guys are actually interested in a second letter writing course, even if there are like 15 people. Um, we'll do it happily. I'll do it happily. Um, nice. Kabir is here. Uh, Hi, Vaani. Could you please drop in your Goodreads profile link? I somehow don't get it. No, actually, a lot of people have told me they can't find me on Goodreads, and I'm not sure why. I'm still trying to discover that platform. But if any of the moderators are watching us, please comment the link of my Goodreads profile in the chat box, please. Or you can also write to me if nobody comments it during the live chat. It's Vaani at the chalchitratalks.com, and I'll share the link to my profile with you. Good. What are we reading today? Do you CR? One of us is. I can say Chalchitra Talk. Devo has a lot of dollars because of Chalchitra Talkies. You guys have no idea. I wish I had started something like that. What are we reading today? I'm not sure. Okay, guys, are you actually interested in sitting together and reading something? Also, please like this stream because that's just how YouTube algorithm works. The more you like the stream, the more it gets recommended, the more people discover us. And I was just thinking this a few days ago, like Vaibhav has done this really amazing thing of like I've started watching films and it's just because Vaibhav makes it look so cool and like he makes it look really nice. And I was thinking like, how do I get people to read more? Because reading is also cool and maybe we can just, I don't know, in a way, put a cool light on reading. Maybe more people will read. But let me know if you guys would actually like to do reading sessions. We could do it during the afternoons. Um, Sunday afternoons maybe. And if you guys are actually interested in doing certain reading sessions, like you read your thing, I read my own thing, but we do it on stream together. Let me know if you guys are game for it, because I would love to do that. And yeah, hi Vaani, would love to join the Let Writing course. Is there a possibility to host it in the evening? You could definitely host it in the evening as well. As actually a lot of people from around the world join us, so we just try to find the best possible time for everyone. So last time we started at 11 a.m., but a few people from UK couldn't join us because it was their 6 a.m. So we always try that whenever we host our class, the people who are going to join us, it's convenient for them. But yeah, we could definitely do it in the evening as well. Okay, I'll just read the comments over here. Hey, Jibin has commented. Thank you so much, Jibin. Jibin has just posted the link to my Goodreads profile here. And guys, please like the stream because that's just how YouTube algorithm works. The more you like. Also, I was checking the YouTube analytics a few days ago and I realized as much as 54% of the people who watch our stream and like it do not subscribe to the channel. Like, why? Why would you do that to us? Please subscribe if you actually like our recommendations and if you're coming time and again and if you like the vibe that we have, nice, sweet people. Do like and share and subscribe to the channel. My coffee is getting cold. Well, nice. Um, what is your tip for a person who just wants to start reading books? Well, start with something with a topic that interests you. That's one. And read every day, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, set a timer and read it. I've just started doing meditation and I've started setting a timer of 10 minutes. And no matter what happens, I don't open my eyes during those 10 minutes. But it was a little difficult at the beginning, but it's really nice now. And I just think that's how you do it. Okay. Do regular reading sessions. Nice. Do I write a personal diary? I don't usually write a personal diary. Even if I have to, I write about good things, never the bad things, because I believe I have faith in my memory that it'll just sugarcoat the memory for the future self. So I don't, although I know I should start journaling, but I make regular to-do lists and tabs and what I have to do, and I have like a past list of them as well, if that counts. I do a lot of things, but writing a diary is something I don't really do. Hey, would you guys actually? Oh, that's nice to know. Actually, the thing with reading short stories and doing reading sessions is that by the time you look up, nobody's actually with you, and they've all left. So that used to be a little sad for us. But we'll try to do that if you guys are actually interested in doing a reading session. Uh, Hi, Vishwanath, how are you? My favorite autobiography or biography. Hey, that could be a great episode as well, no? Three biographies that have changed my life, autobiographies that have changed my life. I really do not read a lot of autobiography and biography, but I believe I've read quite a few memoirs and however you pronounce them. Uh, nice. Mm. Hey, Sabir is here and he is saying that Mouse was my first book. And I've read three books in the last month only because of you and the CCTT. And that's really nice, Sabir. Is it Sab? I hope I'm getting your pronunciation right. But share the books that you read with us. And it's really nice. Great work, CCTT. Um, your perspective in fiction books and how they've impacted you in your life? Oh, that's a nice question. That's actually a question because there was no question in the few comments in the previous comments. But a lot of people look down upon fiction, like quite a few people look down upon nonfiction. But fiction actually has helped me empathize more. And sometimes it just helps you that someone who must have existed years before you, or who's just living in an entirely different part of the world, is writing something that you can relate with. And it's just there's this book called Velocity of Being, and it's a collection of letters that people wrote to children who are just starting to read, um, who are just getting into reading. And there's this beautiful letter by Alan de Botton. I hope I'm getting his name right. I am terrible with pronunciation, guys. And he writes that books are those, sometimes you need someone to be there for you. And 8 out of 10 times you'll have your friends, you'll have people who care for you. But out of those 10 times, there'll be times when nobody would understand what you're going through. And you won't even feel like sharing it with someone because you'll be so embarrassed and anxious to do so. And that is when books come to help, because you meet a character who goes through whatever you go through. And even though it might seem very trivial, but in that moment when you actually come across that character, that's everything you need in life. And that is why all of us um, actually consume art in the first place, right? It's just like watching a movie. You just relate to a character and you relate to his life story. You just know he's going to be your favorite character for the rest of your life, and you start living life that way. So that's what I think is nice. Have I read Percy Jackson? No, I haven't read Percy Jackson. I've read a lot of his. I've seen the films though. And yeah, let me. Okay, everyone, please like the stream. Yeah, guys, there are just 80 likes. Please like the stream. Nothing would make us happier. Mm, nice. And what are the guests that you'd like to see on Chalchitra Talks? Thank you, Cinephile Buddy. That's so nice. What's my favorite book in my mother tongue? So, my mother tongue would be like my dialect should be, but I haven't read a lot of books from there. I've just read a book of poetry from there. But in Hindi, I don't think I've read enough books to tell you what my favorite book is. Uh, why don't I recommend Hindi books? Pathik does that for you. Pathik has a vast knowledge of Gujarati literature, which is something I learned recently. He's read Harry Potter in Gujarati, so well, and he reads a lot in Hindi as well. He's very, very talented. He probably knows so much about Hindi literature. And that's why he's the right person to. And he streams on Wednesdays, sometimes on Mondays, sometimes on Wednesdays, but he does so. He talks about poetry, he talks about Hindi poets, Urdu poets, he talks about poets in general. And he also talks about Hindi literature. So if you're someone who's interested in Hindi literature, check out Pathik. He's doing an amazing job. And yeah. The Book of Simple Living. Oh my God, I'm so happy you read the Book of Simple Living. Book of Simple Living has to be. I have to like because I am trying to. I am trying my best to. I'm trying something new. I'm trying to create listicles for all of you because I realize not everyone likes just one option every week. So I tried to create a listicle of books that you can choose from, and coincidentally, I've been choosing topics where I have to force myself not to choose the Book of Simple Living there. Um, You should, yeah, definitely. I know. Harry Potter in Gujarati should be a great set for a stand up comedy show. Pathik is awesome, right? Mm. Do I read fantasy? So, time to plug in our June book of the month. We are reading Before the Coffee Gets Cold, which is a fantasy fiction and a time travel fiction. So, yeah, I do try to read fantasy. I don't read you. I'm so sorry, that was my coffee mug. But I don't think I've read a lot of fantasy like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and things that involve magic, but not magic as in like, I don't know. But yeah, I try to read as many books as I can. What's the hardest novel I've ever read? Oh, a lot of novels can be like it's very subjective, and b, it also depends a lot on your state of mind. Like there was a time when I could read classics very easily, especially when I was growing up. I was in school or college, and classics, especially the Eurocentric classics, and now I just find it a little hard to go back to them and read. I think the only classic I still read is Pride and Prejudice. Apart from that, I find it so hard to go back to Gone with the Wind, Wuthering Heights, etc., etc. I think it's just it has a lot to do with your state of mind as well when you say a book is difficult to read. uh, Abhijit is saying okay, have I read, Mahavir is asking, have I read A Little Prince? um, this is something we've recommend like A Little Prince is something that is a must read for you if you are going to be a part of the Chalchitra community. uh, Hey, Ayush is in the comments. Hi, Ayush. How are you? He hasn't been in the comments section for a long time now. But yeah, which book would you like to read for the first time again? That's a very interesting question. I don't have an answer to that, but I'm going to read Harry Potter for the first time pretty soon, and I'm very excited about it because a lot of people cite this as their answer. Um, I would love to see a few bookstagrammers in CCT. Some of my favorites are Smriti Sant and Nupur Flipperleaf. Hey, that's interesting. Uh, If you like, guys, please let us know who would you like to see on our guest episodes. We'd love to have them, and we'd love some recommendations from you guys as well. Um, Little Prince stream marathon OP would be OP. Whoever would read in 8 hours. Hey, Little Prince marathon for like, yeah, we should definitely do that. Little Prince marathon. That's nice. I'm not sure how many people will join, but we could definitely do something like that. Spam Weber with this, like in his email, of course. Vaibhav at the rate chalchitratalks.com. Recommendations for a beginner, dude. Most of the books that I've recommended can be read by anybody. It's just if you're a beginner, just try picking up books that you like. It's very subjective to recommend someone a book, especially if they are first-time readers, because you never know what you might like, what the other person might like. If something suits me really well, and it's very subjective, like you do not want to go wrong with your first read because it could make or break your reading habit. But pick up a topic that you like. If you like watching films that are mostly mystery or thriller, horror, etc., pick up a similar category for books. Um, and then the eventual thing is like read, set a particular time every day. Like I'm going to read for 30 minutes or 15 minutes, start with 10. I'm going to read for 10 minutes every day and do so every day. Little Prince Marathon. Yeah, you don't have, like, yeah. How to develop if guys it's supposed to be a Q&A session, but I would really appreciate if you guys could ask something other than how to develop reading habits as well. um, how do you choose a book for a month? Sometimes it's what people have recommended to us, and most of the times it's just books that I want to read. And I don't know, I picked up Before the Coffee Gets Cold like a day, like, so if the stream was at 11 p.m., I picked the book up. I confirmed it at 11 p.m. to Vaibhav, but I decided this would be the book a day before because of the weather. And that's just what I felt would fit right. It's very, and most of the times I already have books planned for the next month as well, because these are books that I think everyone should read, A. And B, these are the books that I have grown up wanting to read, but I just did not get the time to read them. So it just is like homework ho raha hai. But then also like I know these are great books. So when if anyone is going to pick this up, everyone is going to enjoy it. What do you think? Shreya has commented. What do you think? Should creativity be? Oh, what do you think? Should creativity be a thought out process or rather be a spontaneous manner? I think. Okay. I think I have an unpopular opinion here, but I believe like there's no such thing as spontaneity. It only is a matter of practice. There's this beautiful book called Blink by Malcolm Gladwell, and it changed the way I looked at impromptu things or things that are done in spontaneity. There are certain things that you think some people are just good at, like Vaibhav is so good at taking interviews. Hindol's humor is so nice. I'm just giving you examples from Chalchitra Talks and the team. And you think, hey, they're spontaneous, they're so cool. But then it is always it whatever anyone has achieved, it's always a sum of the hard work they've done. So creativity as well. You can't just sit one day and be like, hey, I'm a wonderful writer. I get ideas every day and I just write them down. It's years of hard work and practice that leads you to a like that makes you land a thing. So creativity, I believe, is something that can be inculcated in people. Obviously someone might be better than you, but it's all about hard work eventually, and then that's how spontaneity comes. The more you practice it, the better you get at it, the more spontaneous you become. Like Weber and I used to start with these, we started with one stream on Thursday, I think, um, or maybe Wednesday, Thursday streams. They were Thursday streams essentially. It started with me asking Vaibhav, requesting Vaibhav, please let me know a few days in advance before you actually sit down before we stream so that I'm prepared. Eventually, it comes to this that we just meet 5 minutes before the stream and we decide the topics and we stream. So, spontaneity also comes with a lot of practice. So, sometimes you think, hey, it's so easy for the other person, but it's just years of practice that land you there. And there are so many books that you can read if you want to explore that topic, but I don't know if anyone is looking for book recommendations there. Do I set an expectation before jumping into a new book? That's a great question. Most of the times, I buy books because I have a certain expectation with them, but in terms of story, I don't expect anything out of a book. I just want one sentence that can stay with me for the rest of my life. And sometimes it just makes me, I get really disappointed from books when I'm done reading the book, but there's not one sentence that I've underlined. If I've underlined one sentence, like there was this book that I recommended and I felt guilty about it for a lot of time until someone wrote to me, a few people wrote to me, like, hey, we read this book and it's amazing. So I was like, okay, cool, validated. The thing with that book was I loved it, but I'd only underlined one sentence, but that sentence made the whole journey of reading that book wonderful for me. Like, it was worth it. And that's what I expect from a book, to leave me with at least one sentence full of words that I can use, or maybe just remember or take away something from. Okay. Vishwanath, if you don't know, Namta Dubey has already done a recommendation episode with us. You can check it out. It's on the channel. I usually prefer paperbacks, but I've realized like I prefer paperbacks for fiction. Non-fiction ke liye I prefer Kindle. But if I like something that I've read on Kindle a lot, I also get a paperback of the same. Mr. Pink has commented, okay, let me set the tone for a new type of question. What is the next 6-month roadmap for CCT? What all goodness are we going to witness? So we're planning a lot of things actually, and I hope we can share it with you sometime soon. But we want to grow this community, and while we're at it, we also want to retain who we are. And while you're watching the stream, do like the stream, because that's just how YouTube algorithm works. But I mean, we aren't certain like what exactly the 6-month roadmap will be. But having said that, we are trying to grow every day. We're trying to one up our recommendations. Like we're trying to bring the best of recommendations to you. So there's no particular 6-month plan that we're like, oh, you know what, we want to be there in 6 months. In 6 months, we just want to like, when I look like for me in 6 months, if I were to speak for myself, I want to look at this. I want this stream to be a footnote to whatever I've done by then. But yeah. What do you do when you're in the middle of reading a book you've lost interest? Do you continue? So this is something I've learned. I'm trying to practice and I'm trying not to feel guilty about it. I've started leaving books in middle because there is a book that I was reading. It's by Susan Sontag and it's called Regarding the Pain of Others. And it just got very serious for me and things weren't going right. And it just started affecting my mental health. And so I just left it in between. I finished a few chapters. I can finish the book in 2 more days if I want to, if I put my mind to it. But I'm not reading it because I just don't think I want to read it right now. But yeah, I want to underline, but I'm scared I might ruin a book. Yeah, that's why I always underline with pencils. But I've started doing this new thing where I've started taking notes, but that takes up a lot of space. But like Kindle Pay, it's very easy. You can send yourself the note as well. Hey, Shreya just commented. Hey, 114 people are watching us. Guys, please like the stream because the more you like the stream, the more it gets recommended further, the more our community grows. And you know the drill. Shreya said, I hope you pick up the picture of Dorian Gray. I am dying to pick I'm dying to pick up picture of Dorian Gray for the book a month, but I'm just not sure how many people would be happy with that decision. And it's essentially, I'm also trying, if you notice, a lot of these books that I've picked up are books that are very easy for beginners. And I'm just not sure if Picture of Dorian Gray will be the same for everyone who's just started reading. but I am going to do so by the end of this year. Hmm. What was a book that you regret reading? Commenter. I see. I don't want to talk about a book that I regret reading because then the people who like it, um, I just don't want to talk about things that I didn't like reading because somehow I just think I haven't learned how to frame my answer in a way that it won't be disrespectful to the author or the people who like the book. So there are books that I regret reading, or there are books that I just despise and authors that I'm like, I don't like them. But I just want to like say it out loud there yet because I think I haven't learned how to answer this or frame this answer in a way that won't offend or upset a few people. So I will very politely and respectfully move past that. Having said that, that's a nice question. Okay. I picked up, yeah, I know. That's why I'm like a little, I can't finish the book 100 Years of Solitude. Tanya, hi, I love that book. But I'll give you like, there's this thing with family sagas, and I don't know if you guys feel it. I get lost, and that's why I always make flow charts while reading family sagas. It just always helps. And then it also helps you picturize the character and when you're done with the flow chart, you can easily picture the character in your head. Not easily, maybe, but you know where you're headed. And I think I recommended Pachinko once on the channel, which is again another family saga. But I had to go through the same thing when I read it. Pachinko is a beautiful read, but then again, it's family saga. And the thing about family saga is you get lost in the characters, and sometimes it just gets so overwhelming you don't want to read it anymore. But yeah, start making a vlog. Hey, there are two vlogs that exist, Ankit, and you can watch them. If you like them, guys, let me know. Would you like to see another vlog? I I would because I like making vlogs, but I don't have anything that goes on in my life. It's very basic routine. But yeah. Hey Kaushiki. So he just gifted. I think it's a he. Yeah, gifted before the coffee gets cold to my best friend. Thank you for the recommendation. I really hope your best friend will like this book. Bill Gates has a very strict rule. He finishes every book he picks and never picks another book before finishing it. I pick up like right now I'm in the middle. I'm stuck in the middle of 5 different books. And I just pick up the book that works for me the best. And then there are books that I take eventually a year to complete because I just started with a number of books and then just yeah. Have you, okay, I'm nice. People want me to make vlogs, but what would you like to see in the vlogs? Because I just have a very regular routine. I really wanted to film a vlog where I take you to all the bookstores that I have in the local market. They're not great, but well, they sometimes have some amazing discoveries. But then second lockdown happened and I just could not. So the plan was ruined. But I could, yeah. I really hope Vaibhav does one more vlog as well. If you guys like, sometimes we just don't know what content it is that you guys want. So always like, feel free to send us an email. Like, please, like, would you whenever you get the time, please make this thing. We love this on the channel, and we would because that is like a feedback for us as well, and we would just do that more often. What's your point of view on reading out books to young kids, maybe even toddlers? I am game for it. If a toddler is interested, why not? I have a nephew, and I don't know, like his parents, I think he just turned 1 in March, and we gave him board books and everything, and it's just, I don't know what he does, but he reads. He can't speak, but I don't know what he does, but it's very interesting. Mhm. How to absorb knowledge from a book, like how to judge whether it's good or bad. Roman, it's all subjective. There are certain books that I hate, but there are people who love those books, and there are people who hate certain books that I deeply care about. But it's okay. to each his own cup of tea. What, like, I went wrong with the phrase, I know, but you can't. You have to decide it for yourself. Don't ever get into peer pressure and pick up a book because hey, I think n number of people are reading it, which is something I'm guilty of. Come to think of it, but you get to decide whether you like a book or not. If it doesn't fit whatever you want to read, if it doesn't suit you, to not pick it up. It's absolutely okay. I think we need to normalize the fact that it's okay to read books that people do not like, and it's okay to have different opinions with them. Like, it's okay to have different opinions on a book because we kind of underestimate, because books are supposed to be intellectual medium, and sometimes when you do not agree with the majority, it comes across as, hey, maybe there's something wrong with me and my intellect. It's okay. It's absolutely okay. Let's just try to normalize it. Okay. Hey, Blacklight Dreams. I completed Almanac of Ravi Kant and it was really awesome. I know. I'm dying to buy this book. I started listening to it on Audible. It wasn't great on Audible, but it was nonetheless very nice. Cinephile buddy, you want more recommendations from my brother? Nice. I'm not sure if he's coming back ever. He roasted me well enough the first time he came here, so I'm not sure. Have I tried reading nonfiction? Yes. Would love to see a readathon. That's something new that's coming up, is readathon. We should definitely do that some Sunday. Why do Indian science people keep saying? I did not understand the question, VM. Hey, the initials match. Nice. Art is subjective, guys. That's what makes arts. I am just adding syllables everywhere. And guys who have just joined, please like this stream. The more you like this stream, the more it gets recommended to people. That's just how YouTube works. The more you like a certain thing, the more you subscribe, the more you share it with people, the more it gets recommended to people. So if you want to see us grow, do like and share it with your friends and do subscribe to the channel. 54% of the people have not subscribed to the channel yet. Why? And you still watch our content. Okay. End of rant. Aditya Sanwal is here. I don't like to study books, but my professor tells me that if you have to crack CAT reading section, you have to develop reading habit of book. Please help. I'm not sure how that works, but you should anyway. From my friends, I've heard that the more you read, the easier it is for you to go through a section which might come from anywhere. It might not even be about reading a book. Just start reading as many articles as you can and read uh, a variety of them, because it just helps you understand the language better. Hi, Partha. No, I haven't read Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy. Thank you so much for recommending it. Podcast stream was amazing last week. It was my favorite stream as well. Nice people who are just talking, and they are just so nice, respectful when they talk, and they're so polite when they cut each other off or interrupt. Podcast stream was one of my favorites as well. Do you really feel it right that authors sometimes leave the book to open interpretation or end it on a note where it might not give any kind of moral, just give wrong? I don't have a problem with them not giving morals. I don't even have a problem with them leaving it for open interpretation. Sorry. But I really think the work of the author is to create art. He's not doing so to make you feel comfortable. He's just using it as an outlet. How you look at art, that's very subjective. The author has done his job. He's created an art piece. What you take away from it, be it existentialism or anxiety or happiness or wholesomeness, that's up to you. That's entirely up to you. There's this book called Flipped. I recommended it in one of the episodes. I'm forgetting the name of the author. but it also ends on, it's very open-ended, and the author does not specify, she did not specify it until there was this person who was dying, and this kid was terminally ill, and he just wanted the author to specify how the book ends, because sometimes we just look for closure in a book. So we're not entirely wrong, but it's not author's job to give us the closure that we're looking for. What if one day you wake up and don't want to stay indoor anymore and want to indulge in or have to change your personality? Will you stay this? I'm not sure if I understand your question, Kaushal. Uh, you and Vaibhav are the nicest persons in Chalchitra. Hey Vishwanath, thank you so much. But you should check out other people as well on Chalchitra. They are even nicer. Um, Hi Palak, how are you? Flipped movie was good too, yes. This is, I think I saw Flipped pehle and then I read the book because it comes at the end, adapted from Flipped. And I was like, iski kitab bhi hai. I need to read it. It's one of my favorite I don't know, romantic films, if it falls under that genre. Do you really feel it right that okay, we've taken that question as already? Okay. Let me know if you guys have any questions. This is going really well. And I'm so glad how many of you want to see the vlog. Um, have I watched Cruella by Disney? I haven't seen it already. Um, the live action film. But yeah, uh, I haven't seen the film already. I'm planning to actually binge watch a lot of DC animated films. So let me know if you guys have any recommendations there. How do you not lose interest in a book? I'll just read it here. How do you not lose interest in a book at one point? Okay, if at one point you think it's, you know what, I'm guilty of skimming through pages, and sometimes I just skip through a lot of things. And I know that's not healthy and that's not something we recommend to everyone, but this is what I do. I'm usually okay with authors keeping the story open for interpretation. Blah blah blah. Oh, I'm yet to read Gacha. Like so many people have recommended to me, and it's still in my like. I was about to buy it today. No kidding, but I stopped midway because I realized I have to buy another thing that's equally important. Mm. Divyansh Trivedi, it has like it's all the books that I go back to reading. I love reading all of them. But A Little Prince is something that I've recommended to everyone, and it's amazing. Um, yeah. I haven't read Normal People, Shreya. I know like a lot of people want me to watch it, but yeah. Navarun, are you okay? I hope you're doing well. I recently finished reading Shoe Dog and felt anxious. Why did you feel anxious? Um, I felt really nice after reading Shoe Dog because it just gave me hope and just inspired me to work harder. But let me know why you felt anxious. I didn't like this is something I hadn't heard. Um, but yeah. Hey Noel, I've seen Flashpoint Paradox. It's one of my favorite films, but I'm yet to see Batman Year One. Is it? I know it's not available on a streaming platform. Batman Year One, Year Two is something I need to watch. I don't think there's a Year Two. I don't know. I was reading Dark Matter by Chalchitra. Nice. Which is the one book that has influenced your life the most? I think there are n number of books. There are so many books that have influenced my life. Little Prince has to be one. It changed the way how I dealt with life, and I think that's true for everyone because so many people love the Little Prince. Then that it also has to be Quiet by Susan. I'm not sure if I'm getting her name right, but it's Quiet, The Power of Introverts in a World That Cannot Stop Talking. It changed the way I looked at myself and people around me. It changed the way, because I used to really work hard on being loud and just being an extrovert and in a lot of places. And then at the time, oh, how can I forget Deborah Levy's Things I Don't Want to Know? It changed the way I expressed myself, because she talks about how she had to be louder. She had to learn how to be louder and louder and louder. And then she just had to learn how to be herself, which was not loud at all. And yeah, got the book of the month today. Hey, Arpit is in the comments. Did you read Jade Tripper? No, I haven't. It's on my to be read list. But have you read it, Arpit? Is it a good read? With Susan Sontag, I started reading. Uh, I'm so sorry, I'm forgetting the name. Regarding the pain of others, and really upset me, and I just could not pick up anything else for a few days. So I just took a break and I switched to a graphic novel because it was just very difficult for me. Mm. Do I make notes? Yes, yes, I do. Guys, अब आप existential question पूछ रहे हो, is it okay to not have a plan? I think you should have a plan, even if it's not going to be like your final destination. You'll know that you'll have a you'll know how to navigate, even if you do not. You have to read it. Okay, thanks. Arpit, I can't find my stream diary. But there's this diary that I maintain during the stream where I note down all the recommendations, but I'm just noting it down. Thank you, Arpit. Okay, should we pick up one book at a time or two to three? You're asking the wrong person. I pick up a lot of books at the same time. What YouTube channels do I follow for books knowledge? There's this girl that I recently discovered. I can't remember her name. I can't seem to remember her name, but she started, I think, uploading videos quite recently. I think it's been hardly a year. And I saw her grow like from 5K to 8K, and she's already at 85K. And I was like amazed. But she's really cool. I just can't remember her name. Yesterday, I ordered Light from Mini Lamps. Excited about it. I really hope you like it. I don't have it here, else I would have read something from the book. Okay. Hey, I see a Vaani in the comments. That's so cool. Hey, if you've read The Great Gatsby, do you think okay. Do I read manga? I'm trying to discover manga. So if you have any recommendations from me, John Janardhan, please let me know. I used to read no, it's not Helly. I am aware of Helly. She's doing some amazing work, but I don't really follow Helly but Helly is doing an amazing work nonetheless. Like she's one of the best booktubers that we have in India. But I'm talking she's not from India, the one YouTuber that I'm talking about, and I can't remember her name. I'm really sorry. But yeah, the YouTubers that I usually follow are like I don't follow a lot of Indian booktubers. Very like awfully guilty of that. But yeah. Oh yeah, it's Uncarly. Yes, Sanya got it right. Hey Sanya, thank you so much. It's Uncarly. Yes, I really like her. Um, she's amazing. She's very cool. Do read her comment section and tell her you came here because of Chalchitra Talks, and then maybe we can do an episode with her. How to stick to one book? Did you finish Atomic Habits? No, I'm on it. Okay. Socrates has commented, you and Vaibhav and others should get together and play a game called Titles That Don't Quite Make It. It should be about books, movies, for example, Code expectations, dimag दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे. That's interesting. That is something we can do. Yes. Okay, I read it out already. CCT raid. Yes, please do so. uh, Heli Pink. What are you guys talking about? Ankali is very cool. I know. I really like her vibe. I really like her desk as well and her room and her entire setup. But yeah, she's really. I love her vibe. She's so cool. I just wish I was as comfortable as she is in front of the camera. Mm, cool. This is so interesting, guys. Whosoever is joining us, please like the stream. And that's just how algorithm works, right? Divyansh, why don't you suggest some YouTube channels? So I think Vaibhav and I both have done a video on this. I have done a video on YouTube channels that you should check out. I think Vaibhav has done one as well. Check out those videos. It has one of the best recommendations that I can give in terms of YouTube channels that you should recommend or you should subscribe to. Sat, what? Okay. Would you like Marathi books? I would love to read translation of Marathi literature. I don't understand Marathi, but I would love to read it. Any movie that I liked more than the book, which it was based on? Mhm. There are quite a no, there are not quite a few. Um, I really liked Room, but the book was also equally brilliant. Uh, I'm not sure. Your handwriting is cool. Hey, thanks, Kaushal. Mm, how to? Okay. Oh, Half of a Yellow Sun is a beautiful, beautiful read. What are you like? Okay, let's just do one thing. 133 people are watching us. Guys, first do like the stream and do subscribe to Chalchitra Talks if you haven't subscribed. And secondly, just comment your favorite books that you think everyone must pick up, at least the ones that have come up in the 21st century. Because I'm thinking to make 21 of my favorite reads of the 21st century, and I'm afraid I might miss out on a few essential reads. But do share your favorite books in the comments that you think everyone should pick up. Want to get into Osho's literature. I haven't read Osho ki books dedicatedly, but I have read a lot of his articles. They used to get published in this weekly magazine that my parents had subscribed to when we were growing up. And I really liked it. But yeah. Catcher in the Rye. Nice. Thinking fast and slow. Nice. Little Prince. Yeah. The Princess Bride. I haven't heard of this book. Or maybe The Princess Bride. The name sounds very familiar, but yeah. Pachinko. Pachinko is a great book. Wonder. Hey, that's a nice book. The Book Thief. Oh yes. I love The Book Thief. Like really, I don't talk about it a lot. I don't know why. Maybe I slightly feel a little guilty, but The Book Thief is a beautiful read. It just, especially when it comes to dealing with words, it's a beautiful read. Catch 22 in Good Omens. The Three Body Problem. Okay, I just got lost. I got lost, guys. Essays in Love. The Anarchy. Dead Souls. Dead Souls is a beautiful read. Ministry of Utmost Happiness. I have admired Murakami's work. One of my favorite book of his is what I talk about when I talk about Trini. I'm dying to pick this one up actually. I am just waiting for the bookstores to open because I really want to go to the bookstore and get a physical copy by myself. But yeah, The Cost of Living by Deborah Levy though is like, oh god, we'll touch our ears when we take her name. I don't know. There was I don't know. Someone had commented like, "What do you have to say? She's racist," and I was like, "What? She's racist?" So if you guys know anything about that, because I couldn't find any articles about it, but do let me know if there's a news like that about Deborah Levy. The Good Earth. Oh yes, Amazing. Um, I'm thinking of ending. Has anyone heard of this book? We should talk to. Wait, I'll just get the name of the book right before I recommend it. Okay, yeah. I think it's a film as well. It has Kevin in it. Oh, it's We Need to Talk to Kevin. It's again another. It's again another beautiful read if you guys are looking for something. Um, Rich Dad. I have never read Rich Dad Poor Dad, but a lot of my friends have read Rich Dad Poor Dad. I love the cover of Midnight Library. Okay. I'm thinking of ending things. The film is fantastic. Nice. Do I read plays? I used to read at one point, but I haven't read a lot of plays. If you are looking for a play recommendation, though, I have a play recommendation. It's in Punjabi and it's called Jinne Lahore Ni Vekhya O Jamya Nahi. It's about this woman. It's set in the time of partition of India, and it's set in Lahore, and this woman's family is has decided to move to Lucknow, but she wants to stay back in Lahore because she's like, जिसने लाहौर नहीं देखा उसका मतलब ऐसा मानो कि वो पैदा ही ना हुआ हो. Because if you haven't seen Lahore, what are you even doing with your life? And she's supposed to move to India because she's a Hindu, and this new family comes over to her koti, जो लखनऊ से move हुए हैं, and they're Muslims, and it's post partition, and it's about how this family warms up to that woman, how she feels lost without her family, but she does not want to leave Lahore, and the struggles of partition. But it's one of the most beautiful plays I've ever read. It's called Jine Lahore Ni Vekhya O Jamya Nahi. I'm really bad at Punjabi and I could be pronouncing it in a very terrible way, but this is one play I think everyone should read. How do you live by, okay, The Marriage Plot. One overrated book. This is again an interesting thing. Oh, I remember this saying. My grandfather was in Lahore at the time of partition, and he tells that this was a saying of the time. Crazy. Hey, I didn't know that. It's actually a beautiful, beautiful novel. Not novel, sorry, play. Jine Lahore ni vekhya ho chamya ne. It's yeah. As I speak, like I have goosebumps because it's just how nice I never really learned how to read plays without watching them. Like one way is like you're performing and then you go through the script. The other way is you're watching something and you have the transcript. The third way is you're just sitting in your room and you're trying to imagine what's happening. But this play was one such play that I think was a highlight. But yeah, Malgudi Days, definitely. Mrs. Dalloway. Um, Ikigai. Okay. Are you guys talking about overrated books right now? Or, but yeah. Rohan Joshi has a very good taste in books. Maybe you should like raid his DMs and tell him to come on Chalchitra Talks. What do you think about H's for Hawk? I love that. I love that book. Can't even name my overrated book in front of Vaani. Hey Ayush, what is the name of this book? Uh, what book do you really like? I'm very curious to know. Uh, Anxious People. I'm dying to read Anxious People, dude. There are so many people who've recommended to me, and I love Frederick Backman so much. We need to talk about Kevin is a nice one, but also very sad. It's a very sad story, and I don't know if I should be, but I think it's one of the most. It's a very heartwarming story. Ha ha ha! Catch. Nice one, Ayush. I think Catcher in the Rye is not even. Oh, are you saying it's overrated? Because I think it's not overrated at all. Uh, have I read Lolita? I think it's one read, one hell of a read. Um, Mhm. Wow. He has written his own lines related to Janil or Nivekya. Nice. Hey, I didn't know it was such a famous play. That's great. That's amazing. Would you like to do round table reads? Would you like to witness round table reads on Chalchitra Talks? Table reads on Chalchitra Talks. Um, Let me know. What is my favorite book ending? Oh, okay. I'm forgetting the name of the book, but this is how it ends. Um, I love that book because a friend of mine gifted it to me. I'm awfully guilty of not having replied to him in years, in months actually. That he gifted it to me and it has been passed on. Like around the world, people travel and then they just give it to each other. So, like, बहुत सारी journey हो रही है उस किताब की भी. But this is how the book ends. Eventually, the kid just tries to jump out of the window because he's dying to fly, and he kind of flies. Not flies, but like in his imagination, he does. So I won't tell you like, oh wait, I just told you, but yeah. Guys, I please rate the people you want to come on the channel. Tell them Chalchitra rate. Go to Chalchitra. What are you even doing with your life if you're not recommending things in Chalchitra Talks? Um, my favorite self-help book. I think for me, what worked the best. So when I was growing up, I'm very guilty, but Chicken Soup for Teenage Soul worked really well for me. I was a very sensitive child. But once I grew up, I think it was Quiet by Susan Cain. I remember her name now. Yeah. Okay, so Vaani, can you tell in which movie did Shah Rukh Khan make his debut? Mm, you gave me a spoiler. I did, but I did not tell you the name of the book because I can't remember it, so there's no spoiler. It could be any book. Okay. Mm. 100 Years of Solitude is not overrated, guys. It's very nice. I like that book. Please don't say this about the book. Amazon is not delivering. Okay. Tuesdays with Maury के favorite Tuesdays पे एक live हो जाए. Ooh, could do that. That's a very interesting title. Have people? Okay, no, wait. I don't know. Somehow I just stopped getting the chats here, and I was like, nobody's commenting anymore. Mm. So what did I say wrong that Ayush is saying it's called false Vani, not flies? Oh, uh, Rinika, please try to send a DM to Rohan Joshi. Ask him to come on Chalchitra Talks. I am a co-founder of Chalchitra Talks with Saurabh and Vaibhav. Yes. Mm, why can't there be a Netflix and Amazon equivalent for books? Good question. I had a dream the other day because I was like, so a few days ago, I was obsessed with the idea, how do we make, because I really like to read and I really want people to pick up books more often. And you know how people consume movies? I want people to start consuming books. And it's just completely, that's very selfish maybe because I don't know. But I just started dreaming about ways to, I don't know, it was an awful dream, but like at least people were reading more books. Epistolary novels, do you like them? I do like them. I think we picked up one for a book a month as well. Let me just see. Okay, I'm planning to pick it up in the future. Sorry about that. Um, Okay, I have to reread this comment. Um, why can't there be a Netflix equivalent? Why can't there be library is the Netflix? Oh yes, library is the Netflix Amazon equivalent for books. Why we name a person I can listen to for hours? I am thinking. Ooh. So this happened very recently. There are quite a few people I can listen to for hours. But we were doing the actors round table and Ratna ma'am was speaking. And I don't know, I think like I was just smiling. She was talking about something that was very dreadful, but I was still smiling because I was so in awe of her, even though like we've had a conversation, we've spoken a lot many times. Not a lot many times, but we've spoken like we've done an interview with her, we have interacted over messages, and we've obviously spoken to her a couple more times as well. And despite that, I was in awe of like how she speaks, and I just thought I just did not want the actors round table to end because it was so nice to listen to her. Why don't I bring my subscribers for live stream on Chalchitra Talks? We do a book a month live streams, and people are open. If people can join us for that, for the discussions, and that's what we usually try to do and achieve. So people do come on the channel. Totally unrelated, but where did you get the lamp on your study table? Are you talking about this one? I got it off Amazon. Um, I will put a link in the description box below in my next episode. Piyush just commented before the coffee gets cold is highly overrated. Why would you try? Like this is the book we're picking up for June. This is help us, like motivate us to read it and finish it. And I don't think it's overrated. I don't know. I just think if there is one sentence that you can, just as I said, even if there is, if you leave a book with even one underlined sentence, that's enough for me at least. I would actually cinephile Buddy. Jocelyn Buller, totally unrelated. Okay, I was just quiet and quite flows the I don't know. Guys, if you're watching the stream, do like the stream if you haven't liked it already, because that's just how the YouTube algorithm works. The more you like it, the more it gets recommended, the videos. Hey, nice. I just think my frame is very yellow today, which has been your best book during the college days. I actually, it's not like I don't speak about it openly, but I was thinking about it. I kind of stopped reading during my college days. I don't know why, because I would just go back to books and I would feel a lot of anger. And then towards the end of third year, I picked up my books again. And I think what really helped me was something that I would not recommend anyone, but it was the unabridged journals of Sylvia Plath. And it kind of um, was awful reading it because it's very sad. But it was one of the most beautiful times I had. I would read and just, I don't know, it was a very fine read. Um, a sentence from a book. So it's completely unrelated. It's not a book that I recommend usually, but it's a book about reincarnation and progression and regression. And there's this line that comes there that patience and timing, everything comes when it must come. A life cannot be rushed. Um, and I just like that line. A life cannot be rushed. Patience and timing, everything comes when it must come. And that kind of has helped me calm down so many times. But yeah. Hey, Anurag is here. Hi, Anurag. How are you? Um, okay, also slightly unrelated, but have you watched Dickinson on Apple TV? I haven't seen. I know I'm getting a lot of recommendations, but I just don't want to watch it. What's her name? There's this redhead in Sex and the City, and she also plays the character of Emily Dickinson in this film called, I'm forgetting the name of the film, but it was a very slow film, but I liked it nonetheless because it was on Emily Dickinson, and I just since then I made it a point I won't watch any films on her life because I really like Emily Dickinson. Like I get emotional when I speak about her, and then watching actors play her role, it just gets a little upsetting for me. I don't know why. I'm yet to crack it, but thank you so much for the recommendation. I'll definitely pick it up. You don't have posters in your room. I don't actually. That's why you haven't seen my wall on walls of Chalchitra on Instagram. Guys, if you have any book racks that you think are super cool, do share them with us. We are doing this really cool thing on Instagram called Walls of Chalchitra, and we post these amazing bookshelves. And quite recently, people who own cats, people who have cats in their family, have started sharing them with us, and it's so nice and intriguing to see cats in front of a bookshelf. That's it. So do share the pictures of photographs of your book racks, bookshelves, and even if you have like walls that are full of film posters, music posters, etc., share them with us. We would love to post them on walls of Chalchitra. What is my take on nonfiction books? I do read them. I like them. Uh, hey, Saptarshi's here. Mm, cool, guys. This has been so nice. Um, I think you I shared a wall of books, Ayush. I did not share a wall of posters because I'm just not sure how to get the best. I do have a few posters that I want to get in on my. I think I'm more of a photo frame kind of person, not the poster kind of person. Um, so I do have a photo frame on this wall, but yeah. Okay, thank you, Mokshit. Um, Hi, Shitash. Hey, Shitash, how are you? It's so nice to see you. Any biography you would recommend? Okay, there's this. I don't know if you have read it, but I'll just. We finished reading Shoe Dog quite recently. It's an autobiography of sorts, and it's beautiful. If you haven't read it already, pick it up. It's amazing. If you have already read it, I'm also. There's this book called The Score Takes Care of Itself. It's again another amazing read on leadership and management. How are you? Hey, Saptarshi, I'm doing well. How are you? How is Paris treating you? I saw a meme that you had posted in the stories today. It was very interesting. Um, but yeah. But this has been lovely, guys. 122 people are watching us. If you haven't liked the stream already, do like it because it gets recommended further. But yeah, let me know if you have any feedback. Let us know if you'd like us to recommend certain guests on the channel, and it'll make us. If there is a show that you'd like us to restart, let us know. And if you like our work, to support us, you can become a member, a YouTube, you can become a member of a YouTube community. You can also become a patron. And we've carefully divided our patrons into three different categories. There are good fellas, gladiators, godfathers are at the top. We host monthly town halls with them, and they also have access to our exclusive WhatsApp groups. So it's very, very interesting. Do support us if you like our work. And apart from that, there are certain new things that we're going to experiment in the future. There are certain episodes that we're going to experiment with in the future. So do show us your support as well. Having said that, I would also be back with a vlog. So if there is anything you'd like to see in the vlog, let me know. I'll just, yeah. I love Irfan Khan's biography. I've heard a lot about it and I'm dying to read it as well. Anurag Shoe Dog made me a fan of Nike. Highly recommend. I am dying to buy this shoe which won't come in my size. But hey, Kshitij will pick up Shoe Dog. Yay! That's nice. Do keep us updated with your progress, Kshitij. Next episode of Bedtime Journals. I know what I'm going to write about, but I am yet to start writing a script. But hopefully, I'm going to try my best that it is out by next week. And I hope you guys will like it. Okay, I want to, but then I'm quite lazy. My cat is money hungry. It can do anything for money. Okay, I'm hoping like my landlady will permit me to get a cat, but that won't happen. But this has been amazing, guys. Thank you so much for joining the stream. And do like the stream. Do leave a comment in the section as well. And do share the channel with all your friends. And thank you so much for watching us tonight. And I hope you'll have a lovely weekend. I know till Friday, we'll meet tomorrow as well. But do take care of yourself. Wear a mask. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Um, encourage everyone to get vaccinated around you. And take care. And we're reading Before the Coffee Gets Cold on a book a month for June. So do join us. And if you haven't signed up already for a book a month email, I send weekly updates to people on what I'm reading. Do sign up there as well if you want to become a member of the Chalchitra Book Club. And if you aren't receiving emails despite having signed up, there might probably be a good chance that it's either your inbox is full or maybe um, mm, you have entered the wrong email ID because we kind of get notifications like that. So do sign up for the thing. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Good night and bye.